What's up, fellow Saiyans, and welcome to episode 62 of my Marvel United mini paints. Today we're doing Hulk, and this is the original core box Hulk, aka Mr. Bruce Banner. He's the first one of the core box that I'm tackling. I have them all, he was the first one, I guess, that I wanted to try out. I really don't like the way the original Captain America looks, so he might be one of my later ones. I'd rather get a hold of the Civil War one before I try him. But to start Hulk off, we're going to use green skin, and this is going to be applied to his body. It's going to take a little while to cover this. You're probably going to need about 2 coats. And being that this is the first color we're putting on, we can be as sloppy as we want with it. The Hulk miniature is primed in uniform gray. The video is being sped up around 16 times its normal speed. It usually takes me around an hour and a half to 2 hours to do each mini. That includes drying time. Now once I'm finished with the second coat, I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to move down to the base. For the base, I'm going to use dark stone. And I'm just going to apply this to the giant rocks he's standing on. I'm avoiding the middle area because I'm going to use some special effects neon paint on that afterwards. I'm going to make it look like the ground's exploding underneath him. Now we're going to move up top to his hair. And for this, I'm just going to go matte black. Just be careful. You don't want to get any black on any color. Or else you'll have to put about 3 coats of green on later to cover it up. Now I'm going to move down to the shorts. And for that, I'm going to use Alien Purple. Now there's some, at the back end of the one piece he's standing on, there's a little bit of like broken metal pieces. And I'm going to use gunmetal for this. Now back to the top of his head, I'm going to use Warlock Purple for this tongue. And now I'm going to use matte white for his eyes, his teeth, and for the first layer for the explosion on the base. As you can see, I pulled out the detailed brush for this. Get details, and after I'm done with the matte white, I'm going to go over with all the other colors, and I'm just going to clean up all my lines and add any other patches of color where it needs to be. Once it's finally time to start our washing process, I'm going to start with green tone, and you guessed it, it's just going to be applied to all the green on his body, which is pretty much everything. Remember, when using wash, you don't want any bubbles or puddles. Sometimes you might need to dip it in water and take some of the wash off if you have to. Now for the shorts, I'm using purple tone. And then finally for the base rocks and for his hair, I'm going to use dark tone. And then we're going to sit and let him dry for a while, and then it'll be time to start the highlights. Now, once he's dry, first color I'm going to use is my neon yellow. This is a neon paint kit from Five Below. It's pretty cheap, but it works with it as long as you use white as a base. So I'm going to apply this for every white spot on the base that I've painted before. And now for his highlights of his skin, I'm going to use jungle green. And I'm going to be honest, the way, like, it didn't end up showing up how I wanted it to. By the end of this video, you'll see what I mean. I don't know. I think that, like, if I might actually take my Hulk later on in time and maybe do, like, a redo of his highlights. I just think it needs a white or another pigment in with it because it's too runny. But once we're finished with the green, we're going to move to the shorts. And for that, I'm going with a lighter purple. I'm using Orc Blood. Now, after I'm finished with that, I'm going to move back down to the explosion part of the base. And I have this yellow medium color. It's a little bit darker. But I'm going to apply this over certain areas on top of the regular yellow that we had before. Now I'm going to dot his eyes with some matte black real fast. And I'm going to take green skin again, and I'm going to dry brush this onto his hair. Now for the rocks that he's standing on, I'm going to use leather brown as my highlight color, and I'm just going to apply this to the rocks. Now for back up to the eyes, for the little pupil, like the reflection of the pupil, we're going to use white, and we're going to dot right over top of the two black dots we put on. And now I'm going to move back down to the base, and I'm going to use this orange yellow color I have, and I'm going to add this to the outside areas of the explosion. I'm going to give that a second to dry, and we're going to take titanium white and add that in a couple areas on top of the base, the same way as the orange, but it's a lot less of an area. Now finally, I'm going to take the dark stone we used before and just touch up some of the white areas so it's not too much. It still looks like there's some rock sticking out. And this is going to complete Hulk. I'm satisfied with how he turned out, minus the green highlights. I could probably eventually, like I said, go over and do it again. But if you like this video, you can check out my Twitch page or my Facebook page. Just look for Saiyan Elite. The link's down in the description below. If you liked it, again, if you want to see more videos like this, you can hit that subscribe button. That way you'll get alerted and notified whenever new ones come out. I just recently received my Season 3 shipment, so I've been painting a lot and trying to make videos, so there should be a lot more of these coming out in the future. But again, I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. And later, Saiyans.